Hello all, it's Jmix here. I just want to let all my subs and viewers know that if you check out my Patreon account, all donators will see this interview up right now, completely unedited and in full. And you can join my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. If you pledge $1 minimum per 30 days, you can come onto my Patreon account and you can see my uploads in advance. And also I'll be able to post directly to there stuff that I wouldn't get away with posting on YouTube. I have a lot of surprises and goodies in store for those who actually do take the time to donate to this channel. So with the minimum donation being $1, if you log in to my Patreon account, Jmix622, you'll be able to view this right now as soon as you become a member. You can watch this whole interview, and there's going to be much more stuff to come, including footage of Tupac, unheard music, and so much more, but that's for donors only. So if you like this channel and you like what you see, please check out my Patreon account. That's www.patreon.com/Jmix622. That's Patreon, patreon.com/Jmix622. You can check out the Kevin Hackie interview in full, and there will be much more content posted on there than the YouTube subs will ever see. So come check me out. And thanks to everybody who already has. So without any further ado, here's part 2 of the Kevin Hackie outtakes.
This is a Jmix exclusive.
About 15 minutes before.
15 minutes prior, was he panicked?
Yes, he was. He was nervous. He was. I have never seen. I've been on a street situation when we were police officers with Reggie. I mean, looking for armed suspects. Mm-hmm. I mean, and he's never been this nervous before.
Okay, that's deep. So, did you know at that time that they weren't allowed to carry guns, or did you find out the following day?
No, at that time when I spoke to Reggie, no.
Okay.
I mean, I found out several hours later from another officer, LAPD officer, who's no longer with us, Rich McCulley, that, you know, something was up because Frank told him, he told him everybody, they're not supposed to carry guns. 3 months prior to that, in June of 96, myself, Tupac, Suge, Reggie, and a couple of homeboys, we were there in Vegas for the fights. Mm-hmm. Tupac rode with me the whole time. When he was with me, I always made him wear a bulletproof vest. He always knew when he was with me, he had to wear the vest. He always knew I had 2 guns on me. So God forbid something happens to me, you know, I mean, you do what you got to do at that point in time. Mm-hmm. He always knew that. We rode around the city. I mean, convertible, no problems, this and that. Reggie and I rode around together a couple of times. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it was just in a sense you started getting a funny feeling. I mean, here it was 3 months before. It's just us down here. Mm-hmm. And then about a week or 2 weeks before he was shot, the incident up in Hollywood, when I was out there by myself and all the sheriffs rolled out. Mm-hmm. You know, so when you think this is their #1 artist, I mean he's as high profile as they get. Mm-hmm. You know, and you're paying for all the security. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got all these guys at the club. Right. Something's wrong. The pieces of this whole situation, it just doesn't fit. But I think at the end of the day, ultimately, Reggie is and will be the fall guy at the end of the day.
Did you see Tupac that day?
Yeah, I went up to the floor and saw him.
Okay, tell me a little bit about that visit.
I actually started crying. I mean, I always call him, I liked the kid. I mean, I knew reality. I mean, he was no type of gang member. I mean, obviously, this is about money. This was album sales. Okay, but I knew at the end of the day, I always saw a different side of him. Mm-hmm. Because I knew from day one, when I picked him up, I mean, the first place we went to, we got out of LAX, myself, Tupac, Titus Himes came with him, Psych, and another guy by the name of Bogart. I mean, first place we went to was he loved El Pollo Loco chicken. El Pollo Loco at Sentinel and La Tierra. Mm-hmm. That was our first stop, El Pollo Loco chicken. Wow. In the limousine pulling up there. And I always knew, I mean, it was just, in a sense, it was all this hype, but he was just like the rest of us.
He's a baby.
I mean, he had feelings. I mean, he was soft-hearted, but of course, when he got around Suge, he had to play the part. He was all up and down, and unfortunately, the situation is what it is now.
So when you saw him, did he look at you?
Suge?
No, Tupac.
No, when I was in the hospital, his eyes, you could tell he was sedated. So, I mean, obviously his pupils were open, but there was no movement there.
Okay.
But, I mean, he was sedated.
Okay.
This is a Jmix exclusive.
What up, shut up?